doesn't get banned out, lots of Mirror and Cade here. It's going to be a bit more of a passive, little bit execute based cafe, so less aggressive or potentially retake heavy. And then the Valkyrie, okay, so the Valkyrie ban means that retake's going to be a bit harder. So yeah, I would suspect to see how much time can he waste. He's already got it down to a minute, and he's going to just keep fumbling around the bomb site. Now, it's a really difficult position. It's actually quite technical, and people don't realise that. To be able to survive and stay alive when you have absolutely nothing actually going for you, and the attackers can open everything up, and there you go, he goes down. 45 seconds. Still have the Solace, still have the potential to retake up White Stairs. NJR is in his own little world, holding on to that control.
No, DarkZero, one of the more patient teams, is the word that Troy used in the team comms of the day, as we heard. Others would say slow, but time will tell us whether or not it pays off in this round. So far, the answer is no. They may have got the entry, but they have absolutely crumbled. A double kill for Reaps inside of red, down to just 2 left standing with 20 seconds on the clock. Both Gaveni and NGR are going to have to force something here. They bring it back to a 2 versus 2, but the trade is there from Asfi. Good team play coming out of Bleed. A very comfortable first round. I wonder if at this point DarkZero know it. Surely a drone has rolled on through and given that information away.
That's it. They may or may not, but there'll come a point where they just take the risk. You know, if the shots stop, then they'll think that he's not there. Turd does manage to pick up Canadian, so that's a great start for Bleed once again. Just playing from inside of the washroom there. Nice long angle through towards Cocktail, and that's going to be another position that they need to deal with realistically if they want to push for the take from that side.
Small issue now with losing the Skylight player. You can see they're having to move the player off of the Heaven window so they can put him back onto Piano to control that. The idea here would have been Canadian was able to drop, Pamba would be able to cover that cross, or pressure anybody inside of Cigar. And now they're having to rotate positions, losing that pick. It's so big what losing one guy. Hoven still hasn't been recovered. He's about to bleed out. The 4v4, they drop the Skylight. Piano control still had hit by Gaveni. Rice is not peeking. He's playing it super passive. And there we go. Now they're into the bomb site. Pamba goes for one. He's going for the freezer guy. Can he get him as well? Mentalist, can he get the kill? He does. That's a huge kill as it goes into a 2v2. Rice repels in now.
Looking around towards the side as well. He knows that there's a man around the corner. They both do. I mean, Asfi was holding off on towards this angle. All he's got now is just him left against 2. Got to win 2 separate 1v1s. Working their way through Big Bakery and through Small Bakery. Hoven's above. If he gets this kill, that could have been absolutely huge. Still sees the beat. Canadian is down to a slither of HP. That was almost a round ender right there.
The important point about that is Canadian is now within impact nade sort of range in terms of damage. He is going to have an opportunity to plant inside of that smoke, but they know exactly where it is. Great use of the yokai there, but Canadian, you feel he's just a second away from death, and there it comes. Didn't take much at all. Diffuser down cold. Well defended from Bleed.
Well done from Aspi there to get that kill off the Echo Drone stun. It was so important they got that because they don't. It's so you can't actually deny that from the vertical with the way that Canadian was planting. But the Monty as well, he can survive for so much. And now DZ are locked out. It's what can you do? But this is a problem that Bleed had yesterday at times. When they get into the advantage, they give it away, and they've been doing it throughout the entire tournament. Now the question is, do they have the discipline in the 5v3? Yes. Reaps gets the 5v2, and that should be the round locked out.
I mean, Reaps doesn't lose those. It's Reaps for the love of God. Just an easy dome as the man comes vaulting through, locked into the vault animation. It's an easy as pie to pick up off the back of it. Really, DarkZero have tried this extreme direct-to-site style approach here, and they have been countered. They have been shut down. Great use of the
DZ can be. They don't care. And now they'll play for the retake, they'll play for the flanks.
Just give him the top floor at this point, because last time round Hoven really tried to stick it and got punished for it. Pamba almost losing his life through the floor as well, taken down to just half of it. And that was with the 2 C4s coming out early. You know, 2 C4s, 1 kill, not going to complain too much off the back of that. A couple of impacts still to play behind. It's kind of a blessing for DarkZero that they've got the Finker on side here to juice Pamba back up.
I'm interested to see what Turd does for the remainder of the round. He's been playing that lurking role, keeping himself away from the action, but so far it has just kept him out of the game a little bit. You know, we'd like to see him maybe time it a little bit better, get a bit more heavily involved and get a couple of kills.
He'll do one of two things. He'll either come up round stairs late round if they see that it's going for a pillage drop, or if he's smart, and I think is what he's actually going to aim to do, he's going to go up to red stairs, he's going to wait, and even if he gets pressured there, oh, this could be a big kill here from Rice. If he can get this kill onto Reaps, oh no, he tanks an aid.
Tanks enough, but then finally gets pushed on. Pamba taking his spot here, stepping into Reap's grave, quite literally. One more round the corner, but that's the play you were on about, Titan. Turd comes up round, starts shutting this one down, but he's got to get the last one. The plant going down, finds Canadian. 10 seconds left, they've got to scatter him.
And as I predicted, he's gone upstairs and he's on died.
He asked for the cameras and everything.
He asked for everything and he's done nothing.
Egg on your face, my friend.
Precisely. What's going to be important now? Again, Turdster in the basement. Huge, huge, huge impact potentially from him. And then also it's going to be about, can Reaps retake that Verto once more? If I was Rice, if I lose that gunfight again, I'm asking to change the spot after this map.
More to do for sure. I mean, they've got that starting entry point, but it's about the time. And again, DZ play this patient game. We hear them talking about it all the time, but you're finding yourself stung in the dying seconds, as we saw coming out of third in the previous round. This could very well come back to bite them.
It's crazy. Again, DC just lose the time so quickly, and you see it, and it's like, it's so slow. Yes, they're doing the setup, but it's not fast, it's not rapid, it's nothing sort of like crazy and sort of like mega extreme in terms of the pressure they're creating. But the time, again, we're into the final 30. For a bomb site like mining, this is a huge part of the win condition. Reach is sitting under the vertical. Somebody kill him, please!
He goes to get it down at least onto NGR before finally getting taken out by Pamba, and NGR is back up thanks to the Finker, who goes down just a second later.
3 versus 3 though, as Asu manages to pick up Rice, and here comes Turdster. They haven't dealt with him yet, again, and he's able to hit them on the flying Casu with a second in the round. It's 3 versus 1. It's over as NJR drops down. Bleed, they take themselves.
Those players in, they've got bakery control, they've got the walls open. Yes, Asfu's on the power position side of Coat. He's going to have to be the win condition right now for Bleed to deny those players on the front side. The diffuser will probably rotate over towards bakery side, it would not surprise me. What Bleed need to do, they need to find somewhere where they can alleviate pressure. NJR getting tagged up a little bit. Hoven going back over to the vertical. He's going to be a big pick. Is he going to drop down? Mentalist killing Gavin though. NJR down to 1 HP, the run out.
50 seconds left to go then, and Hoven is still loose up on the top floor. They did force him away from White with the bees from Grim, but he could still be a danger in the round. Rice has a really nice angle here though, cutting sight in half at the minute, and that's going to make it very difficult for Bleed to move around, but Mentalist is quite happy to just sit in behind his shield. That's a huge fight for Canadian to win, hitting Turdster on the reverse angle, and that gives DarkZero everything they need. It's 4 versus 2. Mentalist gets 1. Can't find a second, as it is now 3 versus 1. NJR down though, Canadian down as well. It's a 1v1.
The juice comes in though, they get back up just in time, so he's back on his feet here. But what more can they do? They've got to win this out.
No, still sort of posturing at the minute. Haven't got themselves inside of the map. Mentalist is going to be opening up that cocktail balcony and just looking to apply pressure to the east side, but it's going to be Canadian that picks up the first one, and that's going to be Hoven taken down with a headshot. Canadian then scurries his way back to site. He's happy with what he's got. He's going to move himself away, but top floor control is slowly being gained. Bleed pretty confident in the position up there now, just watching for any push from pillars or any threat from below. The Ram gadget just going out and absolutely shredding those floorboards, giving them all the angles into sight that they could ever want.
You can tell a little bit here that the Bleed info game is not quite what it is for DC. They haven't got a top floor control as quickly, and even with seeing the 2 hatches reinforced, they weren't quite sort of like fast enough, just saying, right, they're going to take this. They doubted themselves a bit, and that time that they've lost might be a deciding factor again.
Still, with the time that they do have, 45 seconds, it feels sort of on pace to what we saw coming out of DZ. All these verticals opened up, but not really much being left upstairs to push for this one. They're going hard down red stairs here by the looks of it, sledging in towards the wall, and might just feel like a hit is the play.
This is super smart. They've decided, actually, we're not going to do the same mistake DZ made. We can't clear out Fireplace. We're not going to try and risk it. We're going to go in through the bottom of red, and planting on that position. He cannot see him, except for if he gets the angle with the pillar.
Can't get away with
no,
it.
he can't.
Might get
and
away
he's going to get the bomb down.
This one,
and this is so strong now. It's such a strong post plant.
It's such a smash and grab to try and get out of this one. Mentalist finds Rice as well. Falling by the wayside piece by piece. 2 quick kills flying the way of Bleed. As I said, a real smash and grab operation. DC just completely engineered to look towards the other side of the map, but it turned out to be one hell of a bait by the Bleed side. And NJR's got it all to do with only about 10 seconds still to play with. Won't be able to find his kill. The crossfire comes on through.
Very interesting to see what DZ say after this game. If they have deliberately brought these strats out to counter them, because everything they've done is seemed deliberately to be, okay, that's picked. Turdster with the opening kill onto Canadian, that's a solace, that's a big pick again. They still have the echo, and the time is starting to tick down. It is halfway through the round, and Hoven dies. Pamba gets another kill as well onto Asfi, that's big. They get the man advantage again.
It's a great response from DarkZero. As I said, they need to hold on to what they've got, essentially, and not give up that mid-floor too soon. We're at 1 minute 15, and you can see that Bleed are still not confident. They know that Pamba's out there. They know they haven't dealt with this middle floor yet. You know, they're still opening up vertical angles from the top floor. That's not going to get you anything on Kitchen. And so DarkZero doing a great job of just delaying this. Pamba, he's even going for a retake up on the top floor.
So smart from him. He just tanks the damage a little bit, shoots one gridlock trap or track stinger, whatever you want to call it, and then he's managing to take top floor. Rice getting the pick onto Mentalist, and that again is now where Bleed are going to struggle. And this is the thing, DZ have done their homework clearly. They know the strats to play, they know what to be doing. A little bit contrary to how DZ normally play with their fullbacks, they stayed and fought, they made sure that they got their picks. and just those small adjustments with that experience. And this is the other thing.
Pamba
That
above.
knowledge could just be so big. And yeah, as you say, Pambazu above, he can hold down prep. Oh, nade from Reaps, never mind.
Got to work some real magic with this one. Uses that to try and charge on forward. He's ready for the vertical challenge, but Pamba for some reason didn't actually shoot him as he stepped on through there. Surely the time comes in, goes to the vertical challenge, and that is when the step up comes through. No assist being secured, I think, by Rice, but they've got the job done. Turd on a solo push through double doors with 4 players still to bring down. Will find himself one, gets the down quite literally. May as well stat pad a little bit, my friend. But this round is going the way of DZ. It's going to be 5 and 3, Tim.
Yeah, I think one thing that I would say for Bleed here, they've certainly, I think, sight to try and move across that middle floor if they want to. Canadian is likely to be aware, though. He's got the cam there to tell him, and he's got the gun to do something about it. The Auda is going to be there not only to lock down that window, but also potentially the push from red stairs, and the drones coming in are going to be a dead giveaway for him. Hoven is able to start moving through, though, from pillars into that corridor. Canadians' days might be numbered here as Hoven and Mentalist get in, get a kill apiece, and that leaves us 4 versus 3.
He spoke a bit about that pace coming in here, Titan, and sure enough, Bleed have pulled that trigger around the 125 mark, have given themselves plenty of time to re-establish and reset here in the 3 versus 3. Still 60 seconds to play.
Gavin does so well to get the 2 picks there. The refrag onto the player inside the pillar, and then also the player top floor that would have come contested him. Getting those 2 picks now means, again, you don't have top floor control. If they're going to do this half clear, it makes it hard. He can retake. Has an impact still as well. He's got what he needs to be able to win the round for his team.
There's another important factor. I was just going to say another important factor is the fact that the diffuser was down cold on the ground. Mentalist has gone and collected that. 40 seconds left to go. All the pressure is coming in from Ords, like Train and Mining, but you just feel DarkZero are going to have a read on this, and it's going to give them a very one-dimensional push to deal with, and they're just holding the long angles. Pamba from reading. They've got one on white stairs, just looking down the lens in towards Dining, and all they have to do is wait for Bleed to push. In comes the nade. Rice will be able to step forward after that one has gone. Pamba is going to be the key on the long angle, but Turd, he manages to pick up Gavene. Pamba, however, with the trade, and it's Rice. They're just holding them down from the long angles, but somehow Mentalist manages to fight his way in. Tries to bait out the push from Rice. There's 3 seconds to go. Can he find his man? No, Rice holds on, and that's going to be DarkZero bringing it back within 1.
He's got some way to go. It's the only thing I could say. But if they know there's an echo on side, fair chance he's not going to be sat on site.
But he's going for him. They might think that it's actually a flank that's inbound rather than an actual echo itself. And there you go. There's the echo cam. He doesn't even need to stun. Gavin managed to retake pillar.
That's, the key there. He hasn't had to use the stun, so maybe that information doesn't go back. This is where the yokai is. Reese somehow takes down Gavini, but NJR and Rice are there to turn the tide once again. 3 versus 1. Mentalist, nothing he can do. And DarkZero, they're going to guarantee us.
Now they've got the east side pressure going, but it's so late in the round, and they've got nobody on the heaven window. It's all locked window, and there you go. Boom, it's gone. Rice ready with the C4, peeking into a mirror window. Reach gets one back, though.
They just knew that that mirror window was a threat, and they didn't want to push him, which is why they're being so careful about it, but just letting slip at the very last second here. Look, I was about to say, it looks good for DarkZero, but Rice has been taken out here. Turd's on the march.
He's just going to be pushing through, looking to get himself through barback storage, and he's just cutting sight in half at the minute. DarkZero are scrambling a little bit. We've got Canadian relocating. Gavini looking to take the fight from Cocktail, but cannot win it as Ashley manages to find him. 3 versus 2 at the minute. Bleed continue to push Canadian. He's got the red pings, he's got the information. He's trying to work his way back in, but Ashley, he's going to be getting this diffuser down inside a Cocktail. This is going to end up being a very tough retake for DarkZero.
What are you doing? Turd went below, and Canadian hasn't pushed. DZ had the chance there to retake the entire bomb site, and they didn't go for it. They're so scared of their own mirror windows, they lost the control. What was really nice, Bleed went for a white execute. They changed that up in the mid-round. They realised what they could do with the piano. They realised they were going to be slow. They go for a white execute. But now, post-bomb, 3v2.
And what I love was Turd dropped down immediately because they expected Canadians to come, but he simply didn't arrive. Juicing him up here as well to try and get away with it. Turd coming in for the swing here as well. One on the window, but he's up nice and close. Bleed find what they need.
In the round 4, in the basement, there's very, very little to stop them. Yes, they've got Fenriz, but you've got a Twitch on the board. Go clear these. Go deal with that. Oh. And here we go, the jump out. Oh,
no. I thought for a second he hadn't finished off Hogan as well, which would have been a real stinger. Mentalist in the right sort of spot, though, at least to get the trade coming on through. Canadian has finally pushed out and found himself Reach, who had just come in through red. The trigger of the Guman enough to feed him the information. DZ a man up here, make it 2. It feels like we're heading towards those magic words, Tim.
Certainly could be. We've got 2 minutes left in the round, so we're likely to see things slow down a little bit as Bleed will look to just reassess and see what they can find. You've got 3 drones remaining, so not really a lot of information to go on either. It's going to be tough for them to locate exactly where these defenders are positioned, and it might be a case of just trying to go a bit route 1 towards site, really.
They forgot about Canadian upstairs again. He managed to go, he was starting to go down the stairs and went back up, and so he's got this little flank going here, so he should be able to close out the round for himself, even though DZ should be able to hold it with a 3v2 on the bomb side. But what's so disappointing, I said earlier, Bleach don't seem to be reacting in the round to see what's actually there available for them. They're just sticking to their plans, going and going and going, and it's almost like they're saying they must recognize that DZ are countering them, and they're just going, well, we're gonna have to accept the counter, isn't it, boys?
Certainly working with all the time that they've got available to them here. I believe they're applying those track stingers out to the stairs. They're trying to get anything going, find anybody that they can. It's going to ultimately come down to a push into sight, because this is where DarkZero will thrive. They are the experienced team. They know not to overpeak this. They know not to take those fights that they just don't need to. Asui's ready. He's poised, ready to go. Turd moves in. Can they get the kill on the man? 1 versus 3. They're going to try and move through. This is unlikely for Asfi, though. He's just looking for kill after kill. That Fenrir gadget is just going to take his sight away for the time being, and as he moves back in, it could well be the same thing, and he sees one, can't find any shots onto him. 15 seconds left to go. DarkZero happy to just let this one tick by a second at a time. Asfi, he's got to go now, he's got to move, but without vision he's got nothing to go.
So they're going to have to force one, they're going to have to make one. Somebody is going to have to go big in this round.
Just everybody holding angles at the moment. Somebody's going to have to give somewhere, and it's going to have to be DarkZero, because if that continues, it will be Bleed that come away with the win. Gavani gets aggressive, goes in, manages to pick up Asfi. That is a good start to this late round push from DarkZero. 30 seconds left to go. Pamba tries to find one inside a sight, but can't. He's aware of red stairs. DarkZero need to get in there and need to get that diffuser recovered.
And you've still got Turd playing off towards the side as well, who can do real damage here. If he's ignored, he can swing out onto red and easily pick up 2, if not 3 players. You've also got Reach coming in, potentially a double flank at the ready.
Oh my god, they don't know that they push into the bomb site, but they're getting the trades back now. But Rice has got another pick, and they've got the entire backside control. Diffuser is down though. Hoven has the diffuser on the bomb. Pambazu has managed to pick it up. They cannot deny that. Hoven with a smoke. Can he get it on? No! DC's going to win this round. There's no way!
The smoke's coming down. It's going to start choking them both out here. They could both go down if not careful. They find one on the way on through, and Hoven finds a second. He's got to find Gavani though, who's down in sight. He's on the bunker. But the problem is, I doubt Hoven even knows about this one.
What a finish this could be. He's just looking, seeking, trying to find his man. Takes out a little vertical hole, but he's not going to be able to.
Time,
the time is coming that you just have to go. You just have to head downstairs and hope that you can react faster. Scavani, smart move, gets himself into freezer while he has the opportunity. It just adds another 5 seconds onto things for Hoven to try and find him. He's searching, seeking, but cannot find his man. He's got about 3 seconds to get this kill. There's no chance. There's track stingers. He has to stick this, and Gavani has surely won this one. Job done. Hoven can get the kill all he wants, but it's going to be absolute. Well, but he's only managed to take 2 of them down, so still plenty of information to Bleed to work from when trying to sweep across this top floor. DarkZero still pretty locked deep into Cocktail for the time being. Pamba still sort of just bouncing up and down those white stairs. Reaps almost finds his man. It's going to be Asfi as he pushes him into his line of sight, picks up Gavani, and that's going to leave us 5 versus 4 as Bleed start this top floor clearance with a good first kill. They've no idea. They've absolutely no idea. Pamba walks into Hoven, who gets a double 5v2 now.
Almost made it 3 in a row, and that would have been round done and dusted. GG all the way to 15.
I love the fact that Hoven just did that. It's earlier like we saw with the W7M game. You just got to take it sometimes. You've got to grab the round by the ropes and just go for it, and he did right there. Mentalist now in the bomb site. Can get the bomb down. Planting on hard floor. Where is Canadian? Where are the Echo drones? Echo drones are nowhere to be seen. Asfi gets the pick. It's a 4v1, and it's round over. We're going!
In what's worked in previous rounds.
Mentalist has found his way into pillars, and I don't know if Pamba knows about him. Canadian's about to drone here, but if he can get away, then it's a big pick. If not, and he gets the kill, and Pamba on 1 HP. We did. Oh no way! What are Bleed doing? They're throwing this game. No.
Down to just 2, and Turd surprisingly, Shock Horror is still in the basement. Him and Reaps have been massive, playing off the back of each other throughout a lot of this game, but now they've got to do it against 4 DZ members.
I think Pamba was as surprised as anybody there. He went over the top rope, got himself a couple of kills, finds himself 1 HP and manages to just launch himself out of a window to safety. Reaps is desperately looking for that nitro out of the window.
He wants at least one this game.
And not going to give it to him. 4 versus 2. Pamba is going to flash himself, but it's not going to matter too much. Nobody's there in a position to challenge. And DarkZero are like this. They've not got carried away with that mid-round period. They've taken the foot off the gas. They've had a look back, and they're now waiting for their opportunity.
Reaps has got to work some real magic here. That C4 not quite the one. So much stacked up inside a cocktail. They must know about making this play. They're dropping in quick, and they've got the read. It's down to Reaps all by himself to deal with the onslaught of DZ. In towards site they go. One more coming down white. They know exactly where he is. They've got the 2v1, and DZ are making it through to our live finals.